No matter how much you try to convince me that this doll's supposed to help around the house, I am not letting that thing in. Now, Child's Play is a remake of 1988's Don Mancini's film, which was about a murderer named Charles Lee Ray who transfers his soul into the body of a good guy doll. With people not knowing that the doll was alive, Chucky went on to kill people who were connected to his crime case. But this film is a complete retelling of Child's Play. Instead of a murderer's soul going into a doll, it is actually a defected smart device. The film starts off similar to the original, where Karen Barkley, played by Aubrey Plaza, buys a buddy doll for her son. Andy and Chucky begin to bond during this first half of the film, and it's quite interesting because it establishes a progression of how Chucky is this plaything that turns into this murderous doll. Even though this concept of an AI or smart device that was meant to do good turns evil has been done before, such as in iRobot, Small Soldiers, and I guess you can consider Smart House as well. With this film establishing the progression of Chucky being this plaything to a murderous doll, it does take a while for things to pick up, but it sets up this over-the-top and interesting third act. Now, this film does have horror elements in it, but it can also be seen as a comedy because when things start to escalate, there will always be an added joke or one-liner. The acting in this film was pretty solid. Aubrey Plaza, Gabriel Bateman, and Brian Tyree Henry did really good. I was really invested in their characters. At first, it's a bit difficult to buy into the mother-son relationship between Plaza and Bateman, but after a while, once you start going along with it, it's enjoyable to see these two on screen together. Also, I have to mention Mark Hamill lending his voice as Chucky is a good addition. Hamill's version is very soft-spoken, and it brings just the right amount of creepy that when things start to escalate, it can give you chills. Something I didn't care much for in this film was the Chucky design. For some reason, every time Chucky talked, or when he gave like a Joker-like smile, I just kept thinking his face was gonna melt off. I don't know what it was, maybe his overly sized head or his big eyes, but it took me a while to buy into this Chucky just based off of how it looked and how it functioned. It was a bit of a reach for this film to establish that this buddy doll is a hot commodity. Like, everybody wanted one in this film. But looking at the doll itself, it's just kind of hard to believe that these things would be flying off the shelves. But overall, I would have to say that I had a good time with this film. I actually enjoyed it more than I expected to. Even though this film has visible flaws and at times it can be quite predictable, it does just enough to keep it entertaining. I would have to give Child's Play 2019 a C+. Now, if you've seen this movie, leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought about it. And if you haven't, now you know whether or not you want to watch it. But I'll catch y'all in the next review.